we're painting a new life, I wanted to say. So here in a new life, we are going to paint some Necromunda. I will be painting mainly Goliath, okay? But I will show you as well this one that I'm painting as part of the tutorial. So I will do a little bit of the highlight on yellow because I just explained that. And I will also talk about the new project. So this is the live where the main purpose is to chat with you and to paint together with you. So if you're joining, I hope you can. We can have a conversation here in the chat. Just give me a minute. I will check it's going well on my channel. Checking here when my phone wants to work. Okay, it seems that it's going well. Perfect. Here we are. So we are ready to start, and we are going to be painting some Necromunda today. So let me just change the camera to the and let's put some music. Just to let's put this one. Okay, so having some music. Hi SX. Good evening. Thanks a lot for joining. So here we are. You are catching me today at the beginning. So I'm going to change now my camera to the tabletop. And they have changed that again. They have changed the interface. And I cannot change the camera. This one. I will change to the logic capture. You can see now. I will show a little bit what I'm working with. So this is the ambot I'm working with. I'm painting the second ambot. If you follow my channel, you can see the green ambot I already finished. And I did a video showing the pictures. And this is the second ambot I'm working with, okay? I'm doing this type of yellow with the black straps to look like a heavy-duty machine, a machine that I really want to look like, yeah, how to call this? Forgot the name. Well, the construction machines, okay? So I just wanted to give the look of the construction machines. Thanks a lot, SX. I'm glad that you like the green one. And then this is the first Goliath. I'm painting the expansion of the Goliath, and this is the Goliath. I just painted. Okay. Yeah, I mean like a digger, right? Like a digger or bulldozer. This is the word I was looking. So I want to simulate the colors of bulldozer or any type of these machines on the ambot. And this is the. I'm quite happy how this Goliath turned out. Okay. And we are going to paint the other Goliath with the two axes. This part. I have the Goliath here, but what I was doing now. I was doing all the edge highlight because I'm doing this for a tutorial, so I will come soon with a tutorial of this guy in the channel. But now what I'm doing is the edge highlight on him, right? On yellow. So I'm using Arial yellow to add some color variation to make the yellow more liveful, because the Avalanche Sunset is a little bit aqua for my taste, but I'm mixing Avalanche Sunset now with the real yellow as well to help on the transitions and to make it look brighter. Okay, so this is the, and then as part of this tutorial, I will do all the weathering. So I will do some paint chipping. I will simulate like scratches, paint chipping. I will add some dirtiness on the stone or sauce, and as well on the clothes. So the intention is to look like if it's really a machine that have been working on excavations. But today I will not be able to do that because I need to do this with my other camera to explain it as part of a tutorial. Okay. So these ones I will do this, and then once I'm done with that, I was thinking to paint my Block Ball escaping team. Okay, but I also have something that is quite strange. So you can see this miniature. This is from Dogs of War, Warhammer Fantasy. This is the general on foot. So I think I will paint him soon. And as well, I had the Vendettas guys. This is where I got them on second hand. Okay, it was a present they get on second hand market. I will repaint them as well. Okay, this is from the Dogs of War. And then again, as well from Dogs of War, I have the General on horse. Okay, I like a lot this guy. And I have the outgoing. This all metal. This that goes like a can, right? Like a Mongol. So if you like these miniatures, yeah, a little bit static. Remember, this is from the early 2000s, I think. And these are all metal, and they stick on plastic. The only part that will be plastic on this goblin will be the shield. Okay. Okay, you have as well the general. I have these miniatures for a while, pending to be painted, so they will be painted. I hope this month or in December. So there are some news as well. We had some news from the last weekend. Reveals that will come. The Warcry is already out there. I'm glad to see that Games Workshop keep pushing on the Warcry game. I think for me it was good that they have put. Okay, but it's beneficial for me that they put profiles for a lot of the factions in Age of Sigmar. But I have a feeling that Warcry should have was designed for the close warbands, and I think this to have including all the different factions because people wanted them. I don't think was a good move from Games Workshop. I think was taking away a little bit the special part of the Warcry. We also see that Dungeon Ball is coming, and I just watched a video with the link of the cost of the Dungeon Ball. This dungeon ball will come at a cost of 125 euros, what is quite expensive for this box. Taking into account that the blue ball is 105 euros. The dungeon ball will be more expensive than the basic game. And I don't understand why. Because it seems that it brings less miniatures. So it's quite strange this sometimes how they do the pricing in Games Workshop. At the end, Dungeon Ball, it's like another close game, right? If you want it. It's very different to the normal blue ball. So these ambuts are taking quite some work, a lot of edge highlighting. I think I will move the camera a little bit to be more center. I like a lot these ambuts. I think they are very nice design. And I don't know in the game if they will be good or not. But to be fair, I'm collecting this more for the pleasure of painting them than really because of the gaming at this moment. Okay, so, and I'm looking forward maybe to buy Belacor to be painted beginning of the next year. Will be a nice project to do. With some tutorials. Yeah, Dungeon Ball, I think it's fun. Can be a nice expansion, but I find 125 euros. So I guess this will go about, I don't know how this will be translated into, but it's the same cost, I think, as, I don't know, I need to look what is the blue ball is 105. The dungeon ball will be 125. So I'm a little bit surprised of the price. I was expecting to have the same price as the normal blue ball. Then I'm curious to see, because blue ball is played with 7 players instead of 11. I'm curious to see if they will start releasing teams of 7 players. Oops, I almost dropped it. So if you want to know, so what I did here is I apply Avalanche Sunset. So first I paint black all the parts of what I want black and silver, metallic. Then I applied Avalanche Sunset on the armor plates. And finally, I put the silver, and then I did a wash of moon oil on the silver parts to make them look darker metal. Then on the yellow, on the Avalanche Sunset, I applied Seraphim Sepia as a localized wash. So I did not wash completely over, so I just applied around the rivets, on the crevices, where I want to have shade, okay? I applied Seraphim Sepia. And now I'm using Iriel Yellow to do the highlights. Okay. Of course, before doing the wash, I did the black lines, the black decorations. But it's quite time consuming because this guy have a lot of different armor plates, details, and so on that you want to pay some attention, right? Okay, and then I will do some weathering later on. I do it by brush. I will not use the foam technique at this time because I want to be very intentional where to do the paint chipping and so on. I got Blue Ball for 75 pounds. Not sure about the cost of the Dungeon Ball. The Dungeon Ball will be more expensive, so I guess it's going to be about 90 pounds. Because it's 20 euros more expensive, so I guess it's going to be about 15 or 10 pounds more expensive, right? I guess 15 pounds more expensive. So I will guess then if Blue Ball was 75, I guess Dungeon Ball will be 85, maybe 85, 90 in pounds. I have seen the price in euros. And I guess will come next week. So I guess I will wait to have it as a Christmas present. I am not in a hurry to have the Dungeon Ball. This year I have too many starter sets. I'm thinking in the future to invite people on the live shows. So if you're interested on joining me on live, you can drop me a comment down, or you can send me, if I'm not wrong, I will send me an email to my email account. Okay, in principle, you should be able to find my mail account in the video description or in my channel site. If not, just send me a message, a comment, and I will share it with you. In case you will be interested to join me live. I wanted to make this a little bit even more interactive. And I need to see how I can do this. I need to study how to do that, how to invite people to make the conversation more fluent, more interesting. So painting These are nice. I always like Necromunda. I like the aesthetics a lot. I would just love to find a group to play Necromunda. But as well, the problem we all have, we have a limited time to play, right? Yeah, thank you. Thanks a lot. I'm glad that you like how the amber looks like, and you like as well my idea to invite people. Yeah, I would like to make this a little bit more interactive, have more people, make it with more people. You can have more this have discussion sometimes. So we also have seen as well this week the last Primarch, the Jegatai, I think it's called. Yes, I never managed to play the new. Well, I just played a game at home with my wife, but just one game. I would love to make a campaign. It's so complete. There are so many rules for territory control. There are a lot of interesting rules. I'm reading again the rules. There are so many options of equipment and different things that you can put on the fighters. That is quite. You can fully personalize your fighters, your warbands. It's very interesting. And there are a lot of higher guns to hire. The other that I like a lot from Necromunda is the dog, the Fortual one. I think she looks really nice miniature. I don't think I will do more warbands. I think with having the Goliath and the Asher is good enough. Unless they release in the future the novels, right? The guys from the top levels. They were released in the Necromunda of the 90s 2000. So the type of predators from the novelty, from the top levels of the Necromunda Hive. So this will be interesting to see them again. But before I want to buy some higher guns and this type of in a way peripheral miniatures, add-ons to the regular warbands. can put it back to the base now. There is also the rumor that maybe there will be no Battle Forge. No Battle Forge, how is called this? The big boxes, the army boxes. There will be only the combat halls this Christmas. They will not release these special boxes they release every Christmas. Well, at least they don't appear in the catalog that was filtrated. Battle Force, this is the word I was looking for. But since that there will be no Battle Forces this Christmas. As I said, they were not in the catalog of this Christmas. So it's quite a strange thing. They don't release these big packs. There's a problem with this guy. When it's a tall miniature, the handle is not that useful. I don't feel that comfortable. I have to go almost out of the table. Then I'm out of the frame of the camera. When you're doing this type of armored things, armored vehicles, robots, you will practice a lot edge highlighting. And then for the rounded parts, I go more for white blending. When I want to do, like for example here, if I want to make transition, you can see I go very white with the light yellow, and now I blend it with the Avalanche Sunset. Then on the sharp edges, I just do a line. Yeah, this is a good point. Now, I was not planning to get any Battle Force neither. Especially, I think they have released a lot of boxes like Dungeon Ball, the new Warcry, the new, as well, the box for the Kill Team. So I think they put a lot of different things. I think they want to this winter, this Christmas, they want to bet more on this type of boxes, this type of starter sets, instead of creating more Battle Forces. There are also rumors that it's coming a box for Horus Heresy, but what I have seen, it's quite a little bit crazy. It's a very big box, and the rumors say that it will be in the order of 240 euros. I think it's about 200 pounds. What I find will be a little bit crazy. But it seems that but as they don't appear on the catalog, I guess it will be released if it released in the next year. So we can have maybe some Horus Heresy Space Marines in the future, more in plastic. I mean, the previous, the release in plastic were the Prospero Borns, and even previous to this one was Betrayal of Cult. That they were close games. But we all know that they were most of the time. These games were used were bought just for the miniatures to boost armies from Forge World. Yeah, I agree. 200 euros. I guess it's going to be about 200 pounds. 240 euros. I guess it's going to be about 200 pounds, maybe 180 pounds. But still, they're guessing that will be on the cost of the Necromunda box that they released was 2 years ago, 1 year ago, the one that with all the Zone Mortalis. This is the guessing. There is nothing official yet. But there are some rumors that we know that are linked by Games Workshop itself. Okay, we are almost done with the yellow. And now I will change to the other miniature. Let's paint some Goliath. Here we are on the early stages of the Goliath. And I'm going for a very, very pale skin. The video thing is not appreciating that, but it's painted with a very light pinkish skin. When painting Goliath, I like to play with the skin tones. Is a way to add a little bit more of distinction between the different miniatures, especially because we change here the arms and the head, but the body and the legs are the same as in the previous one. Just because I remove the bean, now it looks like more runny than the other one. Trying to fix a small mistake I did there. No. Okay. These guys are really disproportionate. Just let me know. Put in the scale. I will compare with. So this is him, and this is standard size of a Goliath. You can see the big difference. At the end, there anyway, 1 minute to paint. For that. Okay. I'm going to paint the other leg. Okay. So another thing for the news, that's all what we have seen. Just also update on the channel. Let's see if I can play. I would like to play some more games of Crusade. We are thinking as well to maybe play Kill Team. But will be interesting. So I'm thinking which army I can use for Kill Team. I don't know which. Yeah, which army to use on Kill Team yet. I've been the one that I don't feel a burnout, but I understand that this happened. My weight, yeah, I don't know. I always feel, yeah, maybe the best is to stop the hobby for some days. Because at the end we do that for enjoyment, right? If you don't enjoy it, maybe it's better to wait and to wait for some days and see if it's coming later on. The other thing is to do other activities on the hobby that maybe you don't do. But of course, there are moments that we want to. So I think what we have to be careful is that is not, you don't feel obliged, right, to do the hobby. That you do it because you like it. One way to keep myself motivated is to change a lot my projects. Okay, this is why you see me changing from last week that I was doing Warhammer 30K to this week that I'm doing Necromunda, and I'm thinking to now paint my Dogs of War. If there is something that I don't want to paint at the moment, I will push it back or I will wait to do it later on. So, for example, one thing that can be quite demotivating is to paint a big armies, right? So if you feel that you are born out of painting an army, paint something different. Just try to go for a different point in the hobby. Yeah, if you don't feel like painting, sometimes we feel more like assembling or just playing. So change the projects that you are painting. Maybe it's because you are tired of painting a project. Sometimes we have to distinguish between burn out of painting or burn out of painting a specific miniature, right? Or specific project. I had this problem when I was painting Skavens. There was a moment that I had to stop painting Skavens. Because these are armies that are long projects, they can be quite tedious, they can be quite time consuming as well. So this is why I know to avoid this or to keep myself motivated, I jump from miniature to miniature. Another thing that keeps me motivated is the videos, making the videos, seeing the comments from the people from my videos. I enjoy a lot making the videos and the live shows. This is something that keeps myself motivated. I'm willing to pay more. Okay. So, but this goes up to everyone, right? We are not all having the same motivations. So it's very tricky about out in the hobby. I would say the best I can give you is do the part of the hobby that you will enjoy. Don't force yourself to do something that you are not enjoying, because it will not help. It will go against you, or against your hobby. So you don't want to transform the hobby into an obligation or a pain, right? So let's say my way to fight the burnout on the hobby on is just changing what I'm painting, the project of what I'm painting. Does it mean that sometimes I do long? So even though sometimes I do long projects, right? So painting half army or something like that. That will take a lot of time. But I try to combine long projects with short projects or side projects so I can keep myself motivated. As you can see here, I also decided to go for a different look on the Goliath. The other thing is when you want to do dirtiness or damage, normally I paint the miniature. Yeah, this can be a good point. So maybe you are born out of painting orcs, so changing to Black Templars can help you to improve your motivation, to increase your motivation on painting. Because it's completely different type of project. I think it can be a good idea doing Black Templars. Here I was using the wrong yellow, because normally I use Avalanche Sunset as the first layer, and now I'm realizing I use Ideal Yellow. We will apply now Avalanche Sunset just in case it's not, there are some missing spots. Okay. Yeah, I think. Sorry if I cannot stay very long today. Today I had quite a long day as well. I'm having my mother here. She came from Spain to Belgium. We have been the whole week visiting different parts of Belgium. Around here, we were working on doing some activities here next by Brussels. Okay. Today we went for dinner in the downtown. Also went because there was like a Day of Death, Dia de Muertos celebration in the downtown as well. Okay, so you are joining the project to do a Mega Gargan. This is a very big guy, right? The Mega Gargan. So it's good to have some family time, right? And it was good because we went to a random restaurant in the downtown this time. Because we changed the plans in the last moment, and we eat some good Vietnamese food. Oh, you used to live in Valencia? It's a nice city too, Valencia. I've been in Valencia 3-4 times, more or less. But mainly what I was in the where they have the science and the museum and this part there, the new parks they have in Valencia. And I went to the big aquarium in Valencia. It's really a very nice aquarium. I'm from Barcelona. But yeah, and personally have not been too much in Spain because during the COVID year was a pain to go. So we stay around here in summer period. I'm planning to go this Christmas to Barcelona but let's see. All depends on the budget and the money and so on. Yeah, fires. I never been in the fires. I've watched it in TV, but I've never been there. Valencia, they like fireworks and fires. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. It's the Sagrada Familia. It's a very nice building. So I will see if this Christmas I can go to Spain, at least for a week and or a couple of weeks. Normally I go from Brussels driving. It's a long drive. So if I go, I want to stay about 2 weeks. So but I'm happy here in Belgium anyway, next to Brussels. So we know for more than 10 years that I'm in Belgium. So now I'm not fully used to the rain. Because coming from Spain, you are not, especially Barcelona, there is not that much rain like in Belgium. Okay, but overall, I'm happy. St. Brussels is it's not a bad place to live. I don't know the cathedral, how long it will take. But I guess, we still will need to wait a substantial amount of years still. It's a really big project, the cathedral. Sagrada Familia. Gaudí make a very ambitious project on this cathedral. And as well, very expensive. I don't know if it's 200 years. I will need to check, to be fair. Because it started with Gaudí. It's the same architect that did the Parkway in Barcelona and Casa Gaudí, the Gaudí house, the center of Barcelona. And he also did some other buildings in other parts of of Spain. So now I'm applying the metallic. You can see I have, for the yellow I use Avalanche Sunset. Okay, if you want to make it the yellow brighter, later on you apply. So the best way to do yellow, oh, my phone is running out of battery. This is the one I use to check the live. Just give me a minute. We'll check for you how long was Sagrada Familia. It started in 1882. The construction of Sagrada Familia started in 1882, meaning that was, now it's about it's not still 150. Yeah, Avalanche Sunset is one of the best yellows. So if you want to paint yellow, Avalanche Sunset first, you create a very nice base of yellow, and then you apply Ideal yellow or Flagship yellow on top. For me, I think it's the best way to do yellow. The Avalanche Sunset will cover over anything. It will work well. You will have a clean surface where to apply yellow. So I find Avalanche Sunset really a very good paint. So I highly recommend this one, Avalanche Sunset, in any miniature, in any paint collection. Any painted, something like that. I don't know if there is a similar one from Vallejo. I'm not that familiar with Vallejo paints. Okay, model color. I'm more familiar with the Citadel paints, with the Games Workshop. And it's because I always use it. I start painting with them. I used them for a lot of years. I'm so used to Citadel paints that I keep using them. Okay. I like, and I know them how they work. So this is why I don't want. I'm not changing too much brand on paints. Although I have some model color in my collection, but I don't know the lineup of other brands like I know the one from Citadel. And I don't know what this represents. Why he's having a handle at his back. No, let's do the. Okay. Yeah, Vallejo. Okay, I need to try the Vallejo metallics because no, the metallic I'm using this one, I guess if you follow my video, you have seen this one. From miniature paints, here we have a lot. This is a, and I'm very happy with this one, and was very cheap, this paint. But it's very similar, and was very similar to the old Mitri silver from Games Workshop. I find that the silvers from Games Workshop, let's call these ones, right? I don't remember the name. Stonehorse silver and the Runefang steel. Okay, I find they have the metallic particles too big. I don't like them too much. Mitri silver from Games Workshop was very good, and now I find Lead Belcher, and as well the Iron Breaker is quite good. And I also I still have some of the ball gun metal, the old ball gun metal. So maybe need to start buying some silvers or metallics from Vallejo. But from Citadel, on the gold part, I also like a lot the Retributor armor. I think it's a very good gold, a very good base for any gold that you want to paint. Or if you need to do brass. Okay. I never use. I don't have airbrush. Maybe it's something that I should invest on an airbrush. Yeah, if you want, once again, if you wanted to do commissions, you need an airbrush to speed up your painting, right? There are things that in airbrush are faster to do than by regular brush. But as I don't have a need to go very fast on painting because I'm not doing. Yeah, Retributor armor is perfect. I don't have any need to have a high throughput of painting miniatures, so I keep using the regular brush, and I did not invest on an airbrush so far. So, the House of Chains, the Goliath. These guys are a little bit. These guys are very big for being humans. So I guess they represent to be modified humans. I will not say mutated, because if you say mutated, then the Inquisition will go for you. These are modified humans, I guess. Don't tell that to the redemptionist. Okay. So you only use your airbrush. I only really, oh, I cannot read now. I only really use my airbrush for base coats. This much messing around, cleaning all the time. I prefer just normal brushes. Okay. I use the airbrush metallics with a normal brush and it works. Okay, so good to know that they also work very well. So you can use the airbrush metallics with a regular brush. Yeah, this part of cleaning and so on the airbrush is one of the things that is pushing me back. The other thing is at the end I put my painting table in the living room, so I cannot have here start making noise, right? Especially because I'm painting in the night, so I don't want to start creating noise that can, yeah, in a way, like disturb my neighbors. And the people sleeping in the house. I'm normally painting in the night. Try to paint at least 1 hour every day. But to be fair, sounds like an obligation that, but I really enjoy. So it's just after watching some TV, I feel that I want to go to paint something, right? So what I'm doing now, I will apply all the parts where I want gold or iron or any metallic color. I'm painting them in this silver, and later on I will modify the color needed to have brass or gold in some parts, or even copper. Yeah, this is why I paint. I try to paint a little bit every night. This is my relaxing moment. It's my moment to relax, disconnect from the world, think about only what color you want to use, and that's all. think I'm going to stop soon. I'm feeling quite tired today. I would love to stay a little longer, but also painting when you are very tired is difficult because you start losing precision. Yeah. One thing that speeds up a lot the painting is the use of washes. It's a lot of practice, right? I've been painting for a long time. I try to minimize the number of highlights and shades I use. I try to work with 3 colors in terms of all the parts, right? I try to find a wash that is helping me a lot to speed up. Then I use 1 or 2 highlights maximum. Okay, this is how I try to do. So sometimes, but I try to pick up all the details. Okay. The other thing is go from the deepest parts, the less accessible parts, to the more accessible parts. So, for example, in this miniature, you want to paint first the belt, all these parts here, and the tubes and so on, and then the skin, right? And the last thing that you want to paint is this axis. Now I'm applying base colors everywhere, so I apply on all the parts where I want metallics on different colors, so I will apply on the axis as well. Here on the axis, now I'm thinking if I will go for yellow on the axe itself to do like the so but at the end it's a little bit of practice, and I play a lot with the washes to help me to do that, or creating my own wash when I don't have it. So wash is a thing that is speeding up a lot the paint job. Washes, and as well now the contrast paints. I think these are great tools if you want to speed up. Okay, and then you need as well practice. So the practice also the practice can give you 2 things. Can give you to improve quality or speed. Okay, and there is a moment that you win more speed than really quality. Because you do less mistakes. Here, for example, yeah, I forgot to. I should have done yellow because I changed my mind just right now, right? So here I will go a little bit slower because I will need to go back with yellow. Most likely, I will make some mistakes with the yellow. But as I know I want to go yellow, I don't care too much if with painting the rivet I go a little bit on the yellow. So also how you choose the order of how you put the paint and what you paint is also helping you to go faster or slower. I hate when the holes get blocked. Take different braids to suction the paint on the hole. So practice is very important, and you can focus But also the strategy of painting is what is helping you. How the order on how you paint and how you approach miniature is also helping to go faster or slower. I have the feeling, for example, now that on the ambush, I go quite slow. Because it also depends a lot on the miniature and how you want to. Well, the other thing that helped me to speed up a lot the painting is the white palette. Before I was taking the paint directly from the pot. Since I started using the white palette, I think I also speed up my painting process because it makes it much easier and faster to do blends. Okay, but the practice will tell me what are the parts I should do first to avoid contamination, to avoid that I'm dirtying a part they already finished. So you have to think what are the most difficult parts to access on the miniature. And you should start with these parts. Skin can be one part because normally skin is covered. But in that case, for example, all this mess here is more difficult to access. Yeah, the ambush takes longer. It's quite a big miniature. So let me show you the size compared to a. So this is the ambush, and this is a regular warrior. Okay. So it's like I would say these ambush are or these guys are almost as big as an ambush. Okay. And have a lot of small details, and you can do a lot of freehand. Also doing freehand makes you go slower because you need to retouch and clean up when you do freehands. So it takes time to do these ambush, okay? But I wanted to spend time. I don't matter to spend time on the ambush. I think there are methods that you can spend time. There are going to be big miniatures in Necromunda. And it's a very nice miniature. So there are miniatures that when you paint because really you like them, you like to spend time. Because I was not thinking to put ambush on my warbands. I like to play with just the warband. There's not too many, but okay, now with the ambush. The ambush are like I like the miniature of the ambush since the first moment I saw it. So I'm enjoying painting them. Yes. Thank you. I'm quite happy how and here as I didn't know what real equipment I need to put on them because I'm not that familiar on Necromunda, I just use what is recommended in the box. Maybe it's not the best armor loads, but I find them very fluffy, right? I also think Necromunda, you should not play to be super efficient. You should play more on the narrative part. I think should be the most important part in Necromunda. Of course, you want your warband to succeed and to do some missions. But at the end, the object is a narrative game, right? So you want. I think the rule of cool should be more important than the rule of efficiency. So I don't know if this guy with these two axes will be good or not. And most likely you will need to help with other units so he can reach the close combat. Okay. I will do now this too. Yes, the role of cool is always very interesting. Yeah, especially on the narrative games, right? That's why I don't know if you have watched my video on Warhammer Crusade, Warhammer Crusade, the Warhammer 40,000 Crusade. I'm really enjoying it. I find that even when you're losing, you're winning, and this is something that I really love because you prefer to focus on your agendas than really on the mission, right? And maybe your opening is the opposite. You prefer to focus on the mission. So if your opening achieves the mission and you achieve the agendas, then you are still happy. So this is what I mean, that you can win by losing even. Okay, and I had a lot of very interesting. I have a couple of very interesting games in Crusade. More. And there are some people that is doing a second army in my group in the Crusade. So maybe I will start building another army. The only problem I see now in Warhammer 40,000, there are so many layers of rules, of things that you have to memorize, that they are not difficult, right? They are not difficult rules, but you have to memorize a lot of things. And to be fair, in each game I forgot a lot of things. So this is why I forgot this. Okay, I think I will stop here if you don't mind, SX, and any other person that is watching this video. I'm a little bit tired. I've been streaming for almost 1 hour and a half, and I hope you have enjoyed talking here. I do enjoy talking, chatting, and let's see if next time I can manage to find a way to invite people to the live show so we can talk directly. Okay. Just let me remove this, and it's time to go to bed. I will change that camera. They have changed all these, and it's quite confusing. So I hope you have enjoyed the live show. I'm just looking here to see if there is any more comment. I don't know why this was okay. So I hope you have enjoyed this live. Yeah, I was very happy that we were chatting here at Essex. I really enjoyed. So thanks a lot for your comments, for watching my video, and all the other people that have passed by as well. I want to thank you, all of you, for passing by and watching me painting. So that's all for tonight. I hope you have enjoyed. And as usual, thanks a lot for watching and see you again later. Bye.